Hello everyone, today we will discuss another topic under banking and insurance law. Today's topic is motor vehicle insurance with special reference to third party insurance. Here we will discuss another type of insurance that is motor vehicle insurance, and here there are certain special provisions have been enacted by the government to protect the third party in case of accidents. The list of topics to be covered here is introduction, motor vehicle insurance, third party insurance, compulsory insurance, certain provisions of Motor Vehicle Act 1988 and the liabilities against the third party and under the act. And we will also discuss the quantum of liability given under the act. The motor car insurance is a contract by which the insurer assumes the risk of any loss the owner or operator of a car may incur through damage to property or persons as the result of an accident to its vehicle. Classification of parties in a motor vehicle insurance. There are certain different parties involved in a motor vehicle insurance, such as the insured, which is called the first party, the insurer is the second party, that is the insurance company, and all other persons which are injured or related to the accident of motor vehicle are considered as the third parties. Motor vehicle insurance is a contract of insurance under which the insurer indemnifies the insured, who is an owner or an operator of a motor vehicle, against any loss that he may incur due to damage to the property, that is the motor vehicle, or any other person, that is the third person, as a result of an accident. So basically, motor vehicle insurance is an insurance policy where the insurance company indemnifies, that means restore the actual position of the person who is injured or who has suffered the damage to its property during an accident. Here a third person, a third party is also covered if any other person apart from the owner or an operator of a motor vehicle has been injured or have suffered some damage, then those persons are also covered under the motor vehicle insurance policies. Third party insurance. The protection from liability for death or injuries to third parties is the third party insurance. It is a contract of indemnity under which the insurer agrees to reimburse the assured to the extent of the amount of the damages which the latter may become liable to pay for the death or injury to a third party or damages to his property caused in accidents. Now, the law is that a claimant is entitled to recovery from insurer the amount of compensation which he is in law entitled to obtain from the insured, subject to the statutory limits of the liability of the insurer. There is a concept of compulsory insurance which have been provided by the Motor Vehicle Act. Insurance against third party risk is compulsory, which entitles the victims of the road accidents to secure the payment of compensation awarded by the claims tribunals against the insolvency or liquidation of the insured, that is, the owner or the driver of the offending vehicle involved in the said accident on account of which the victim got injured or even killed. The insurer thus cannot escape from his legal liability as per the provision of law under the Motor Vehicles Act on the ground that the breach of any term of the contract on the part of the insured had happened or the claim of the third party was not covered or otherwise the insurer was entitled to avoid the policy. Motor Vehicle Act 1988. Before the Act came into existence, the third party, that is, the party injured by the accident, had no right to obtain the benefit of motor insurance from the insurer. There being no privity of contract between the third party and the insurer, the Act for the first time conferred this benefit. The provision for the insurance of motor vehicles against third party risk actually came into force later. Chapter 11 of the Motor Vehicle Act 1988. Under this chapter, Section 146 states the necessity for insurance against third-party risk. This section made the third-party insurance compulsory for all the owners of Motor Vehicle Act. Section 147 under this chapter deals with the requirements of policies and limits of liabilities, and Section 165 of the Act claim tribunals are the critical units for Motor Vehicle Act of 1988 in terms of motor vehicle insurance norms in India. Motor Vehicle Act in 1988 provides for mandatory insurance against third-party risk under Section 146. No person shall accept as a passenger or cause to allow any other person to use a motor vehicle in a public place unless there is in force in relation to the use of vehicle by that person or that other person, as the case may be. A policy of insurance complying with the requirement of insurance of motor vehicle against third party risk. There are certain liabilities against the third party. Section 147, Clause 1 of the Act further provides that in order to comply with the requirements, a policy of insurance must be a policy which is issued by a person who is an authorized insurer and insures the person or classes of persons specified in the policy to the extent as per the Act. Against any liability which may be incurred by him in respect of the death of or bodily injury to any person or damage to any property of a third party caused by or arising out of the use of the vehicle in a public place. Against the death of or bodily injury to any person of a public service vehicle caused by or arising out of the use of the vehicle in a public place. Quantum of liability. The policy of insurance should cover the liability incurred in respect of any one accident as follows. In respect of death of or bodily injury to any person, the amount of liability incurred is without limit, that is unlimited. In respect of damage to any property of third party, a limit of rupees 6,000 is there. The liability in respect of death of or bodily injury to any person of a public service vehicle in a public place, the amount of liability incurred is unlimited.